So anyway, oh yeah, here we go.
We're
So
on.
Lisa, me, we're going live. So
Hello.
you're just going to be looking at me for a while, and also Chris, he's going to join us. Hey Lisa,
Awesome.
how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you
Oh
doing?
my gosh.
Love the sweaters. Love the
I
sweat.
know. Woo woo woo. They kind of look like different colors because of the different lighting we have.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, today was a great day. You guys, you all know I'm substitute teaching now, and I love being the substitute teacher in the class. And I have substitute for special ed as well. Um, a variety of kids wherever I go, but I really enjoy it. I love it. And when I go in, teachers are glad that I'm there and they're so helpful. And but having the kids go home, dismissal, it's kind of chaotic. Like, okay, do you guys know what bus you're on? Like, are you sure you're walking home and going home with the parent? Like
Are
they've been doing
you
that for how
responsible for
long?
that?
6 months? What?
Are you responsible for making sure that happens?
Well, yeah, you gotta bring them outside, like, you follow the
Wow.
class out,
Oh,
but,
yes.
um you know how some kids are like, "Oh, I don't wanna ride the bus because I wanna go home with a friend," or it's like,
Uh,
"No, no, 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 you unless I got a note or a call from the school," but they all seem to know where to go. I'm the one that's panicking, making sure, they're going to the right place, and,
yes.
oh,
Yes.
sometimes that is more chaotic than the whole day.
I know. I bet. I
But
bet.
anyway.
Oh my
But
gosh.
no, so on my way home, I had to tell Lisa, sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I had to tell Lisa and call Lisa, and I had to call Chris. Oh, I need a drink.
Cheers, friend. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. I had to call Lisa and let her know we some parts may have gotten more rain, harder, but where I'm at, it's drizzling. I come home, going home a route. I got several routes that I can come home from the school. Okay, the road's blocked. I'm like, okay, what do I do now? So I got to take a detour. It's a little bit longer. I go down this other road. Okay, it's blocked again, and we gotta
Oh,
go slow. And I'm like,
you're on a time
would have
frame.
been, yeah, I would have been home 10 minutes ago.
Well,
But I'm
that's
just
okay.
grateful that I wasn't in the accident, and hopefully no one got hurt and just cars got damaged. But
Yes.
unlike
Yes.
people, we live in the Pacific Northwest. We live in Oregon. It's
But it
raining.
rained. Yeah, it rained
You cannot
today.
drive like it's dry road. So, anyway.
No. No, I
So
think
Lisa,
people
how
got
was your day?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay.
Yours sounds like a peach compared to mine.
Oh, really? Hang on
Oh,
for just
yes.
a sec.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just welcome everybody to all our viewers who watch Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and those
My
that
face
listen
is
to our
all
show on favorite podcast apps such as Spotify, Pandora,
I
Google,
know. How fun.
Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. We want to thank you for all your wonderful questions and comments that you'll be sending in to us. We really appreciate your support. And special thanks to our producer, Naveed, who we couldn't do this show without him. So thank you, Naveed. We really appreciate all that you do for us. And he's
And
with
you know
Course
what? We really
10
want
Media.
to mention all of those things because I'm amazed at where I'm at. So hopefully you enjoy Lisa and I just having a casual girlfriend conversation and
Yes.
just talking about life. Okay, maybe it's a little more of my life, but we so appreciate what's your favorite activity with the grandkids? Oh, thank you, Nancy. We so appreciate like this question and you guys saying hi. I'm from San Diego, or I'm from Oregon, or I'm from Michigan, or
Yes.
Pennsylvania. Um,
Yeah. Let's
gosh,
do a few shout outs.
Trenton, Ontario, Canada.
Let's see.
Um,
Where else? Where's everybody
oh, I love how
from?
you guys are matching. Ooh.
Yes. Marietta, Georgia. Hi, Bonnie.
Yeah, Marietta, Georgia, Hanover,
Ham.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, Pittsburgh,
Ham from Minnesota.
Wayne, New Jersey, Panama
Oh,
City Beach. I'm assuming
woo!
Florida.
San Antonio, Texas. Hi, Virginia.
There's a Pecos, Texas. Pecos, Texas. Illinois,
Tina from Cincinnati.
Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, Jess
So
is from Michigan.
who?
Jess said she's from
Okay,
Michigan.
got it. Nova Scotia, Canada. Yes. I want to go back
Woohoo.
there one day.
Brian from Chicago.
So we really appreciate you guys on the East Coast watching, because I know it's 3 hours ahead. So it's about 8 o'clock. We had to shift the time a little bit because, coming home from some of the schools and stuff, 4 o'clock was a little tight.
Yes.
So,
yes.
so thank you
guys.
all for, having some of these questions, saying hi to us. Lisa and I really, really appreciate that.
Yep. Tokyo, Japan. Jillian.
Oh.
Woohoo. Paula
Colleen
from
Scappoose.
Oh, Scappoose, Oregon.
Yeah.
Awesome. Lima, Ohio. Janice. Hi, Janice.
Oh, someone said they met me at a grocery store in Michigan. Well,
Oh, that's
y'all
cool.
knew I like food. I probably was buying groceries, depending where in Michigan, either for snacks for my ride up north or food to make dinner for my dad.
For your dad. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Mel's from Rainier, Oregon. Nice to see you.
Yeah. Thank you, Oregon.
Kennewick,
Livonia.
Washington.
Okay, you know what? We've got to give a shout out just in case Deb is watching, our good friend Deb.
Oh,
so hi,
Deb. She is. Hi, Deb.
Yeah.
Boy, she was on the last episode. Yeah. We have so much to talk about. Oh my gosh. I just can't believe it.
So we're going to aren't we going to kind of like do a wrap up of, just a brief, wrap up. This is season 25 that just aired on TLC, Little People, Big World. And to put some of you guys at rest, no, we are not currently filming for another season. But, I'm not sure we will, but you never know.
Yeah, that could have been the grand finale last night. It could have been the grand finale, but you don't know.
No, because TLC didn't really make it. It was just like a regular season, but we're currently not filming for anything right now. So who knows? Chris and I may make cooking videos together.
Woohoo!
He's got a recipe that I'm going to try and improve upon.
Oh.
So wait for that video to come out.
Does it include tater tots?
No, it doesn't include tater tots. So yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about all the behind the scenes, season 25, talking about grand finale, or was it a finale? And honestly, you don't know. You have not been contacted to film an additional.
We're not going to film anymore. We're not filming any more episodes right now.
Now.
We might take a break, a long break. In fact, long break. And who knows what may show up, but we could show up somewhere else. I don't know.
Hey, we could be doing this every day and make your own show. You know what I mean? You could.
I could do this every day. Could you do this every day?
I love it.
We could really pick topics. Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's just say, no, that's a boring name. Dual, like two dual ladies of
golden chicks.
That's what I like.
I like gold instead of golden girls, golden chicks.
Oh yeah, golden chicks or golden ladies.
Golden ladies of PDX. A little treat.
Yeah. Just talking about, I think just talking about when we were young, raising kids and everything, but also where we're at in life right now. And like for me, teaching school or being a substitute teacher. I mean, I want to be clear. I'm not like a full-time teacher, but I substitute for the teacher, and I also substitute as a special ed, help. I love being the teacher in the school. So in the school district where my house is at, I'm very appreciative of, being in the classroom. So I kind of think of this as kind of my golden chick hour. Oh, that's pretty cool.
I know. Or chicks chat. Chicks. Golden
chicks chat. Oh, that's a hard word to say. Chicks chat. Chit.
Oh, be careful. Be careful.
No, then you're saying chit chat.
Chit chat. chit chat.
Oh
Well,
gosh.
people want to know if we're wearing matching. Yes, we like to
Yes,
wear
we are.
matching some days.
The different
It's
lighting.
fun.
Oh,
But we
see,
have
you
our,
did it that way. No, no, no,
yeah.
no, no. You put it under, Lisa, so it still matches. You
Oh,
put it under.
so
I've been doing this a
under.
lot in my life.
And my arms are short too. So
Yeah.
I
Especially
always
because
have
this
the,
is like a long
yes,
cup.
it's like a long cup. Oh, thanks for
So
the
yeah, so
advice,
tuck it under.
sister.
See, doesn't that look nicer?
Yes. Thanks, friend. Thanks for the advice, friend. Yes. All
But yeah,
right.
we do have just to also remind everyone, um, I do not watch my show. In fact, I'm gonna scoot you guys over here. See that? Chris is over there, I think, watching the last
Ah,
episode. But
nice.
he's gonna join us. So he'll be all fresh. And
I
TikTok,
know
see,
he's taking the last minute to check on these
see,
things. What's he thinking?
see, he's watching the show. Where's my finger? Oh yeah, see? That's Chris.
Well,
Right.
we want to hear from you today.
Yeah.
Please let us know your thoughts on the different scenes, relationships, the fundraiser, anything you'd like to bring up that Amy's willing to answer.
Well, you might want to
We'll
like throw
mod.
some questions at me because I
I
really
have
can't
some.
remember.
Girlfriend, you know I have
Yeah, I
questions.
know. I
You
know.
know I have
Well, we
questions.
want
I
to give a
always
shout out to Mary Smith, Daytona Beach, Florida,
Ooh, oh, and Ronald Ross from North Carolina.
and Betty Wise from Dallas, Texas.
And Regina Scott from Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome, welcome.
Ooh.
Ooh,
And I'm not sure if
Nashville.
my friend Kay from Bay City, Michigan will watch, or Ellen, my very good friend. I've known her since high school, early high school, late junior high, early high school. She
Very
may be
nice.
watching from
Yes.
Michigan.
Very cool.
Who
Very
else?
cool.
I'm not sure who else, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
it's like,
be
yeah, go
go
on.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, go on.
Well, I just wanted to say be ready at the end of our show for a giveaway. You know us, we always have to do a
I know.
little
What are we
sweet
getting?
treat.
You guys, I came in
I
late. I don't even know what we're giving away.
We're giving away fudge, spring fudge. So
Ooh,
4 lucky winners will receive our new spring Mother's Day fudge collection.
wow.
Irish
We're giving
cream.
away Mother's Day fudge. So TikTok, be ready too.
Yes, Irish cream, lemon meringue, carrot cake, and chocolate walnut.
I do have some in a little Ziploc bag because mine are
Oh,
almost done.
because
And should we
Chris
give them
always
a heads
eats
up?
it.
Should we
Chris
give
always
them a
eats
heads
it.
up that they should order
Yes,
some if they want it? Because
we're
we're going to take a
retiring.
break from doing
Yes.
fudge
Yep.
for a while. And so
Yes.
this will be your last time to really order Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen's fudge.
Yep.
So
Through Mother's Day, and then
yes,
we'll be retiring the fudge
yeah,
for a while. So
yeah.
yeah, we've got other good things happening. So
Well, you never know what else we may bring back, or I think
yes.
we're going to
Mhm.
narrow it down and just change it up a little bit and have some specific, maybe things or something like that. We're going to see
Yeah. We're
where it all
working on
goes, guys.
we're working on the second volume of your cookbook. So
Yeah.
that's coming up too. You've
Can I
got your
go get my
cookbook on
one that I have
Amazon.
right now?
Yes, go get it. So, Amy, we came out with a cookbook last, probably fourth quarter of last year, and it's on Amazon. So you can go to Amazon and get Eat, Love, Gather. Look, it matches your shirt. Woohoo!
No. I
So,
know. Like,
yeah.
what recipe should I make? I still want to make this, but this
Which
cake.
one?
Wait a minute. The chocolate cake.
Oh, that is so
That was
good.
so good.
I
Because
was
you know
able
what I
to
want?
sample that when you
Yeah.
made that. It was
Because I
delicious.
wanted to make a dark chocolate cake because that's what Chris likes. Well, he
Mhm.
doesn't really like chocolate cake. He likes
He likes
chocolate.
yours.
I keep forgetting. Yeah, because you know what? It's like, I don't think it's like overly sweet,
Yes. Yeah.
I do
He
have to
loves
figure
it.
out what to make for dinner.
Oh,
What do I have? I
what?
could make Salisbury steak.
Oh, that'd be I bet he'd like
Ooh,
that.
let's go
Yeah.
old school Salisbury steak. Maybe I'll make that for dinner. I got some
Oh,
hamburger.
oh,
I got some
that
mashed
would be awesome.
potatoes.
And
I
he
can make a
loves
little fall
that.
salad.
I
Wait,
love
what?
it. I
Yeah.
know he loves it too.
Yeah.
So
Well, he
very
likes
cool.
everything in me. He
So at
blames
the
me for gaining some weight.
what?
'Cause I make good food and he eats it.
Oh, he's gaining the weight, not you.
Yeah, well, I am
Okay,
too.
okay. Well, no. I thought he was saying something about your weight, and then I was gonna
Or, you
say,
know what? Thinking about summer and going back home, I can make my, Michigan pasties. That
yum.
is a tradition if you go to Michigan, especially up in the Upper Peninsula. Anyway, the
Yes.
cookbook, you can find it online at Amazon.com. Check it out.
Yep.
I hope you guys get it.
Yep.
I love this book. It's just
That's continuing. We're gonna be
yeah,
adding a second volume, and then the fudge and our store will be, retiring at the end of the fudge will be the end of Mother's Day. May 12th will
yeah.
be the last day on the fudge. So there's the cookbook, then the fudge. There we go. There's a QR code to order. And then anything in the store that we have too. We've got some t-shirts and a few cute things to just check it out when you get a
Well, you
chance.
want me to get my stand? Because how many do we have of those?
We've got probably, I think we have 6 left.
I wanna
Oh,
grab one. I wanna grab another one.
yeah,
Today.
I'll put one aside. Okay, we'll talk about that. So just
Yeah.
remember at the end of this show, we're going to have a code phrase that you will type in and you could win fudge today. Okay?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think and also, what we may do is for some giveaways, once the second book comes up, maybe we'll do a bundle and do the first and second together. 'Cause I'm
Mm,
not sure we can quite do that on Amazon, but
we'll
we'll order
see.
some. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Gresham, Oregon.
Yes.
Hello, Gresham.
Woohoo.
Traverse
On
City.
London,
Wow.
Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
MJ, thank you for ordering the fudge. That's awesome.
Someone
Okay.
said, "Do you still speak with Matt?" Of course, we have some conversations, but it's not like we're on the phone every day with each other. Or if he's got a question, like he had a question about something that he wanted to see if I could help him, like on a farm to do like a tour.
Oh,
But I said, I'm sorry, because guess what?
you're
I'm
working.
watching my grandkids for the weekend.
Oh,
Woohoo!
oh,
I'm
oh,
watching Zach and Tori's kids. That's coming up, or the first weekend of May, or something like that.
oh, that'd be
That's
fun.
always
Maybe you
fun.
could get a little snap or something and show
Yeah,
people because they're
and the
growing so fast.
no, and the other thing is, someone asked, "What's my favorite thing to do with the grandkids?" You know what? I mean, I obviously like to cook with them, and I usually have to do something quick and simple because, some of the younger ones, they'll tune out. The older ones may wanna stay with me, but they'll do it for a little bit, and then they're like, "Okay, next."
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, I just like hanging out with them. I
Oh,
mean, like, Lisa, I don't
well,
know. It's like,
hello.
I just like, "Okay, if you guys wanna do this, let's do that."
They're a
And the
part of
thing that I
you.
well, the thing I love is like, "Okay, if you wanna show me like Jared and Ember's play. Okay, if you wanna trample through the mud or, see your little car in this or Ember, you wanna climb over this or swing on this," or whatever it may be.
Oh, you're such a good
That's what I
Mimi.
but see, that's what I like to do, and, like, there's a playground where Mateo is, and I love it that I'm a small grandma because I
Yes.
can go on the playground. Other
Oh,
adults can't necessarily go on the playground with their grandkids, but
right.
I can. So, I think that's kinda fun.
Oh.
So, I just really like being present as much as I can with them,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I don't nag them because, when you had kids, you probably nagged them, "Clean up your room, do this, do that, put the dishes
Not
here,"
when
and
you're the grandparents, then you can
I know.
be yes.
And, I will try and do that, but if they don't pick up all their toys and everything, I'll do it after they leave and,
Yeah.
stuff like that because I want it's such a short time that you have with them because as we all know thank you. As we all know, the older they get, they're in sports, they're in activities, they're in
Right,
family
they're
activities,
busy.
or they've
There's
got church
something
activities to go to, and then they got school, and so grabbing that moment with grandma time, the older they get, it's harder, I
right,
think,
right.
sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Well, they have other things going on, and then if
Yeah,
there's 2 or 3 of them, they're going
yeah,
all the time, so,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So,
Alright,
anyway,
well, is Chris gonna join us or what's
do you
happening?
want him to do it now?
Sure. I think he can give
Well,
us some
ask me one
insight.
question first. Ask me so I can get in the groove. Ask me one question
Okay,
or
I have a
2 questions
question.
before he joins us.
Okay.
Are
So,
you guys okay with that?
yeah, well,
No
and
fans out there? Are you guys okay
good.
with that?
And I'm gonna go kinda by episode, so if you could kinda see our little outline,
Yeah, we're not gonna go through each and every episode in detail. You're just gonna highlight like a question from
yep,
something.
yep.
Okay.
So, in episode 1, Zach and Tori moved to Battleground, Washington.
Oh,
And I
really?
yes, they did a
Seems so long
recap.
ago.
Oh,
Okay.
so how do you really feel about them being so far away? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm definitely glad that my kids aren't clear across the country. I always look at you guys need to do what you need to do for your family, for your kids, for your own what's going on in life and stuff like that. Of course, I'm sad. I would love all my grandkids to be, 5 minutes away from me or no more than,
I know.
15
On the
minutes or something.
a compound. We all live
Yeah.
together.
So it is kind of a bummer. And some of it, what's a bummer is that traffic is a bummer here. So they literally only live like maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe 45 minutes from me.
Mhm.
But you've got to plan almost an hour and a half just in case
Yes.
traffic backs up and you got to cross over the bridge, the Columbia River, Washington to no, Oregon to Washington. So that is the thing. You've got to just plan for it. You got to
Mhm.
plan for the time of day you're going to go over there. And they have
Right.
to do the same, to come here. So that's kind of the bummer part. I mean, I've obviously would like all my grandkids close to me. And just seeing, just like Molly and Joel, just seeing them,
Right.
they're working and, doing their thing up in Washington, Spokane. So I always say I'll always live in the Northwest because that's where my kids are. Two of them just happen to be very close. And then two of them are a little bit farther away. So it's all good. At least I always say at least they're a drive away. So,
Mhm. Mhm. So, okay, that's a good one. Linda B had commented on here that her kids live across the state. So it
yeah,
is, you are a little closer, but it is tough. Our
it is.
grandkids are in Las Vegas. We've got some in Boston, San Diego. So
Yeah.
it's
Your
tough
your
when you
people are
can't,
all over the place.
all over the place. So,
Yeah.
yes, so it's good that you are able to see them. So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So, episode 2, I was so surprised. They showed the wedding. They showed your
Oh, my
wedding.
wedding?
Yes, 2-hour special on your wedding. Did you know that?
Episode 2?
Yeah, Amy does not watch, you guys, just so you know. Amy does not watch, and I'm like, "Wait a
No,
second."
I did not know that. That was
Yes,
episode 2?
yes, they
Did
did
they
a
show anything current in that episode or was just the wedding?
no, it was the wedding, and then it was
Wow.
also with Matt building that garage.
Oh, yeah.
So, interesting on that. What were your thoughts while you and Chris were trying to plan the wedding? And where's Chris? I
Well,
want him on this conversation.
yeah. Yeah, gosh, I was really surprised because I mean, Chris and I have been married. We'll be married for 3 years come August.
Ah, I can't
Um,
believe it.
it's I got married on the farm and a lot of people said go for it. I mean, some of my kids were like, "Okay, what, mom?" But you know what? I was part of making that farm happen too. Yes, Matt
Mhm.
may have been more of the creative side and, did interacted with the builders and, all this stuff. But it takes two people to make something like that happen, and so over the years I made that work as well. And I think and also I met Chris on the farm,
You
doing
did.
what I do
I
and
was
everything. So
there.
it just made sense. And Chris was fine with it. If he wasn't fine with it, I would said, okay, let's pick something else. I
Yes,
would have been fine.
yes.
But
He wanted to get married there too, so
yes.
that was a good thing. That was a good
So
thing.
when Matt was building the garage and everything, and I'm like, yeah, go figure. I'll probably have bulldozer or a
Dirt
backhoe,
pile.
a dump
Yeah.
truck, or
Yeah.
something in the image of photos, or stuff like that. So I was really glad there were some trees that got tall enough over the years, because the garage was right behind it, that kind of blocked it and everything.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want people to wander over there, because it's still a construction site.
Yes.
And I know people wanted to see, some of the guests may have wanted to see the whole farm and everything, but I wanted people more contained. Like
Mhm.
we're just here for the wedding event. This isn't,
Right.
the whole thing.
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean, yeah, did it surprise me? Yes and no. No, it
Right.
didn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But did it
Yeah.
surprise me? Yes. But it's all good. I mean, it was
Yes.
all good.
Yeah. So then, you guys decided to do a fundraiser for
Oh,
DAAA.
someone says, "I don't think Lisa watches the show." No, Lisa watches the show, people. It is me that does
Yes.
not watch my own
They
show.
just added some things into that season to kind of fill
Yeah, I think so
some of
too.
the yeah.
I think just to
So
give a little history, because not sure where, things are going.
right, they kinda did a recap,
Yeah. Yep.
so you also then, like, in episode 3, you were, reacting you saw Matt's house. How did that make you feel seeing that house on the property after
Yeah.
all the
You know
time you
what?
lived there?
The house reminded me of deja vu, because we went back and forth deciding, what are we gonna do with this farmhouse? Should we just tear it down, build our own house? If he went through 14 architects or whatever on this house that he has right now, we must have went through at least 6, maybe 5, 4, I don't know. We went through a couple of architects to think about what we're doing, and it was somewhat of the design, the same similar design that he has there. So when I saw that, I'm like, well, what, 30 years later?
30.
34 years later?
Wow.
He's designing the house that he wants, and I'm a little more country, I'm a little more traditional style. I love the wraparound porch. I love, just homey, like it takes you back in memories, whether your own life, your own childhood, or something you saw in a movie, that just gives you a nice feeling, like this big porch, and you can sit on it. And that's why I love the farmhouse, because that's what it reminded me of. So when I saw this, I'm like, well, it figures. It's um he got what he wanted to do. And
Well,
to give him credit, he does own that whole farm. I mean, he bought me out. So it's just funny it happened now and
well,
not later, but it's
let's
all good.
clear let's clear
Yes.
something up because I see this all the time on social media, and it was mentioned that
Yeah.
Matt's leaving the farm to you if something
No.
happens to him.
Okay.
Let's
The
clear
farm is
this up.
not, yes. It might have been construed differently, and, Matt sometimes has a tendency to say some stuff that it's like, "No, no, what are you doing? People are gonna think so much different." He's not leaving the farm for me, like, when he dies, I suddenly own all this property. If that was the case, I'd be like, "Okay, but you put everyone through all of this? What?"
Right.
What he may do, and this isn't even a
He
fact,
hasn't
or
done
like,
it yet, though. Right.
yeah, it's like, this may not become reality either. But what I think he meant was, he might leave it to me as the executor. Whatever's in his trust, whatever in his will, whatever is whatever, I might be responsible to, make sure it's fulfilled, whatever he decides to do.
But nothing's
So,
nothing's been even
so that's
discussed.
not even a thing.
No. No.
And
Okay.
I
I just
never
wanted to
asked
clear
him.
that up.
Yeah, I never asked him. I never expected it. It was a surprise to me. I mean, I will take it on, but um,
If.
if that were the case, but it's still like, but still, like, we're going through all of this. Like, I personally think it could have ended better. It
Mhm.
definitely could have ended better. But we're
Okay.
talking almost 5 years from now ago, 5 years ago. This all happened in late 2018 into 2019. So we're talking, 5 years ago. Gosh, it just seems like yesterday.
I know. Well, you've
So,
been married
hey, do
3
y'all want
years.
Chris to come and join us?
Yes, let's do
Yes?
that. And again,
Okay.
I think people are thinking you're getting
Yeah.
everything, but you're not. And there's been no discussion even except on camera that you would become the executor. So nothing's
You
even
are correct. Lisa,
okay.
you are correct.
Okay.
So if
I
this
just want
goes
to
viral, if
clear
this
that up.
goes anywhere, um, it was mentioned in an episode, but we all know how that goes. An episode is not concrete. An episode,
Yeah.
unfortunately, may
And,
last for a lifetime, but
and it may make people look good that that's
yeah,
being said, but reality, as a reality
we'll see
show,
what happens.
we'll see what happens.
And
Right.
I do not want, Matt to like suddenly die early. I hope that doesn't
Oh,
happen because,
God forbid.
the grandkids still need to, see their grandpa
Right.
and,
Well, like Leanne
stuff
said,
like
Karen
that.
said it was her idea to have you have the farm if something happens, but that's not even no.
Yeah. And that may be the case as well. But, you know, life changes as time goes on. And
Yes.
so that could change. That could change next week.
Yeah.
It could change next month. It could change
Yeah.
next year. So let's
Well,
just,
Mary just
that,
said that I was saying that to stir the pot, and I'm trying to just make it clear because so many
oh, yeah,
people ask that question.
mhm,
So,
they
no,
do.
we're just trying to be clear on
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yep.
So,
And,
okay.
yeah, so yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Hey, Chris,
Yeah,
do you want to join us or finish watching this?
not sure.
Not sure?
I said,
Oh.
sure.
Oh, I thought he said not sure, you guys. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, let's pick some comments
yeah, I
or
haven't,
whatever.
I usually do that, and I haven't done that. So, okay, let's
No, no
see.
one is living in the farmhouse. Hey, babe, can you say hi to all the TikTok people?
Thanks, Mary
Hi.
Beth.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Lisa.
Doesn't he look so
Hello, how are
cute?
you?
He looks so cute.
Stop it.
I know. Thanks for joining us.
He looks so
Sure.
good. Ooh, look at this. Woo! What?
Okay, calm that down. You can do that later. Okay, come on, Amy.
Oh, hey.
She hasn't seen you in a while.
I know.
I know I've
Yeah.
been gone all day.
Yeah, we need to get together and have dinner with
Oh,
you and
yeah.
Art before you
I
head
know. I've been saying that to Amy. So we've got to, when
How
we're
about
done with
Sunday?
this,
Were we thinking Sunday?
I
Weren't we? With
I have
Sunday?
to go to California Sunday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's got like a business thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look at
Okay,
our
here's
calendar.
the first
Okay.
question. Amy, are you and Chris moving to
Let me see.
Idaho? That was a biggie. That was even a
Yeah.
surprise for me to hear that.
Yeah.
What are your
Well, I
thoughts?
mean, no, we're not moving to Idaho. Come on, babe. No,
Chris wants to move to Idaho.
There are times, yes. But, I've been living here for so long. I moved to the Portland area right out of high school. So I've been here ever since I was 18. And, my friends and
that is a long time.
I've got some family here. My brothers and sisters are still in Idaho. But, I miss being closer to them. But my friends and my social life and my wife was here.
And all my grandkids.
And their grandkids. So
I know.
We
So
toyed with the idea. It's not like it's completely out, but
it's a thought. It's a
we
thought.
really want to
Right.
try and find something around.
maybe
here.
when the grandkids become teenagers and they don't want to hang out with grandma anymore, maybe we
Okay,
might
you
look
know
at
what?
Idaho then.
I am
That's
too
true.
No, I am too cool not to hang out with. Okay,
Have you
they're
met-
always going to want to hang out.
Have you met a
Oh.
teenager?
Oh, but if I'm cool, they're always going to want to hang out with me. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Dave, you're going to be in your 70s. How cool do you think you're going to be?
Oh, I am going to be cool.
I'm gonna
I
be
am
cool. Oh
I'm going to
yeah.
go online and get all the lingo. What are these young kids into? No, I'm going to
Okay,
be cool.
so you're going to be one of those try to be cool grandmas that the kids make fun of then.
They better not.
I'm gonna be cool. Because you know what, their
Um,
graduations will come up. Other things, will come up, and maybe their sports and everything. No, we're gonna
Look
hang
at this. I hung out with my grandma until I was 40 when we had to say goodbye. Okay, Chris, your
out.
theory doesn't hold up. Some
At least with
people,
this fan. Yes.
yes, yes, that's
well, I was
cool.
very close to my grandmother too later when I became an adult. But, in your teens, I don't know, that's a whole different world. Teenagers are really trying to exert their independence and,
Was
and
that you?
exploring. And, oh, yeah.
Oh well, you're
Oh,
an oddity,
I was so
Dave.
eager to be independent. I actually moved out of home before I even finished high school. I moved out the end of my junior
He's
year.
unusual.
I moved out the end of my junior year and finished high school, living on my own and
Yeah.
working and going to school and supporting myself. So,
very cool. Very cool.
yeah.
Well, big brother, Big Brown Eyes said Amy's a cool grandma. So that's
Oh,
awesome.
thanks.
That's
But the
awesome.
whole thing being is that we have considered it. It's not like it's completely off the table, but we are definitely emphasizing more just somewhere in this area. I've always said that I at least want to be a drive away. Obviously, like
Mhm.
going to Battleground, it could be an hour and a half. Okay, that's a drive. Okay, Spokane to see Molly, my daughter. That's a 6-hour drive, but it's doable. I mean, I just stay the weekend. I just plan to stay a couple of days.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
explored our options and went and visited friends in Arizona and friends in Florida. And we're both on the same page. We don't want to be that far away from the Northwest and our family and stuff. So nice to have friends that we can visit, but we don't want to live that far
Yeah.
away.
Yes.
Okay, what's up next, Lisa? You're
Okay.
going to be our little, what is it? What was it called? Like Q&A host.
Yeah. Well, so
Talk show.
in episode
Got it.
3, you say you want to do this fundraiser for DLEA,
Yeah.
and you and I go out to lunch, and you are adamant that you're going to be in charge. What does Chris feel about that?
Well, having never actually had much to do with anything with a fundraiser, especially putting one on, I was happy to, that Amy was taking control. She knows what to do. I just was
I was
hoping that
forceful.
for a couple little creative tasks that I could handle on my own without somebody looking over my shoulder or micromanaging. She knows I don't like that.
Did I
Yeah.
do that though?
No, you didn't. No, I
Yeah.
thought we worked well
I
together.
thought,
No, I
yeah,
was given a couple tasks to do and
you got them
that I was
done.
able to do without any overseeing and and really it was easy stuff too. She
Very
did the
cool.
hard stuff.
And so, I appreciate that because I don't want to be a micromanager. And I think when we ran Amy Roloff's Charity Foundation, I don't think I was a manager. I oversaw it. I checked in with people, say, hey, how's it going? Do you need any help? Like, where are you at? Because to make sure
Mhm.
people are doing what they need to do in the time frame that we had. And the reason I said that, because I've done a fundraiser with Matt before a long
A
time
few,
ago.
our
Yeah.
first one together.
And
Mhm.
yeah, our first event, Amy Roll. And that didn't go as well as I had hoped. In fact, it caused me a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of like, gosh, I was thinking this was going to be so much easier. So moving into the episode that you saw here for DLEA, I just wanted it clear. Okay, I'm running the show.
Mhm.
Meaning, I'm not going to dictate to you and all this other stuff. If you see something that I need to do, let me know. I'm not
Well,
here to put a brick wall up or anything, but I
well,
just wanted it
here
clear.
you have it.
Well, there cannot be like the kitchen. You cannot have
Two
too many
more
chefs
cooks.
in the kitchen. You need one and hopefully you can let your sous chefs do what they do,
Right.
and then the whole event comes out wonderful.
And
Yeah.
really, it was more of a partnership. I mean, Matt and Karen pretty much handled everything on the farm, and Amy did a lot of the organizational stuff that involved the phone. And
do we have a caterer? Where's the
Yeah.
decorations? Do we
Right.
have this? And you know what? I really want to give a big shout out. In fact, I got to text her, Kristen.
Oh,
who
yes.
volunteered her time. She runs charity foundations. In fact, she's more or less
All
behind the scenes. She does all the
Yes.
techie stuff, the computerized stuff, doing the
Yes.
tickets and the reservations and the silent auction and just all of that
Yes.
stuff that you want someone to know, like
Yes.
she did for us.
We had her for many years when we did our auction.
And so she was really willing to do that. And I laid it out to her. I said, we're doing this in, I know, way too short of a time. We don't have a time to do it like we would have done before. And she was excellent.
Yeah.
Kristen was excellent.
And I was impressed on how well all four of us got along together. It really did go very smooth. I mean, there were a couple little hiccups, but at no point did anybody just storm off and say, I can't do this. It never got to that point.
Right.
But I was impressed, especially watching Amy and Karen hanging banners and decorating together. Matt and I would kind of stand back and watch, and we were both impressed how well you guys.
Oh yeah, he likes to partner with that Matt.
Chris.
Do the little talkie. I'm like, whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so now let's talk about, so we know why you were so adamant because of a past when we've done an event together and things didn't go so well. So that's kind of a behind the scenes of why you insisted of being so adamant. So I this is a fun time to kind of explain things because people just see a snippet of what's going on. They don't understand why you react the way you do. And then again, seeing the show and seeing everybody work together, I think that's awesome. So, can you explain?
Oh, go on.
Well, can you explain DLEA? Somebody had asked about that. So let's get into that just a little bit because it's so important. For who you are.
If you guys want to make a donation to Dwarf Athletic Association of America, DLEA.org. I've been a part of that since it started back in 1985. So it has been around for a long time. Their funding, there's only one paid person, and that's more or less the admin. Everyone else volunteers their time. It's a volunteer-based organization, and to be around for this long based on that is huge. So it provides athletic opportunities for those of short stature or with dwarfism. They go from all the way from 5 years old through adults. I had the opportunity to play basketball, soccer, volleyball. I don't do track and field, but they have track and field. They have swimming. They have badminton. I mean, weightlifting, a whole slew of stuff. We have athletes that go to the Paralympic Games. So we give them an opportunity to amateur sports, compete in sports at the national conference. A lot of the money goes towards putting on these events. DLEA doesn't often get a major sponsor like Nike or Adidas or some sports equipment or, whatever. So they really depend on, donations, grants, and occasionally a business or a company that may give a larger amount to help continue to fund it. But the national games, we put on the sport, the athletic events. We do it at the national conference because that's where so many people gather. They do help put on sporting events for the different district or chapters or whatever you want to call it within Little People of America. So the two complement each other. But anyway, the whole point is DLEA provides the opportunity to play sports. I never had the opportunity to play sports growing up. And when I had that chance, when I was like, what, 22, 23 years old, I tell you, it was life-changing.
Yeah.
It changed me. It empowering seems to be the word, but I just felt like, man, I am so much more capable of doing things than I thought, just for myself, and to play against other people of your same like size and stature. Like Chris
Right.
and I play pickleball. I think I probably told you this before, but probably not. I have like a thing within me each and every time we play pickleball. Because Chris is Chris. I mean, he can like play. We play against some
Woohoo.
other friends of ours who are tall. So, I'm like a little person. But I have like a little bit of anxiety each and every time we play. Because I'm
Oh,
like, man, I hope I don't screw up. I hope Chris will always want to play with me, because if I'm not as good as him, or if I miss the ball too often or something, or the other people, oh, if they hit the ball over, it's like I went back to
right.
when I was a kid and these what
Right.
ifs.
Yeah.
But
In your head. You're in your
yes,
head.
in my head. And so the older I get, it's like, you know what? That's up to them to
Yeah.
decide.
Yeah.
But I'm
And
just going to go out there and do the best I can. And I think I do pretty good for me,
I think you're very competitive.
you know.
Yeah,
Very
we've got
competitive.
a good couple of friends that we play with. In fact, we just played the other day, and we played 4 games.
Yeah.
We won 2, they won 2.
Yeah.
So
That's
we
awesome.
started playing at the same time. We're at the same, but fortunately, they're the kind of good friends that don't purposely try to hit it above Amy's reach. We try to make it competitive so we can play. But to Amy's point, she's pretty darn athletic. She's
She's
faster.
very,
Quicker
yes.
than you
Yeah.
might think on her feet, and she does well. And we always team up. It's couples. It's
Yeah.
always us against
Yeah, it's
them.
Or
perfect.
sometimes it's girls against you guys.
We haven't done that in a
I
while.
know we haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well-
she's my partner. I'm happy to have her. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But
Well,
but
somebody
if-
asked, how could
but
they
if it wasn't
sponsor?
for DLEA,
Yes.
I may have never have had that confidence to do so many other things after that,
I
like
love
climb
it.
Mount St. Helens.
Right. Right.
And
Well,
as an
that's,
outsider, being average height, going to the Little People Convention and watching the sporting events, the DLEA events, especially when Amy was participating in the bocce ball stuff, and then
Yes.
watching the grandkids play. I tell you, the
amazing.
smiles and the laughter, it's infectious, because you can tell these kids, they never get that opportunity anywhere else. It's like
No,
once a
no.
year they get to be around their peers and
People like them.
and be able to
Yes.
seriously compete against someone else. And it's doesn't matter win or lose, it doesn't matter. And they're having
Right.
so much fun.
I love it. And that's, somebody asked of how they could sponsor a team. Well, we put the QR code up here, and any donation that anyone's willing to give will help so much. There it is, DAAA, Dwarf Athletic Association of America. You can go ahead and click the QR code and make a donation there. And again, it's something that changed Amy's life. And I think with Zach too, it gave him
Yes.
the confidence to play soccer and become a soccer coach. And so please, if you have you want to do this, it's a great, great way to help out kids with dwarfism. So,
Well, the other
Alright.
thing is too, Zach does serve on the DAAA board, so he's still very involved in DAAA. He loves it. He loves what he does, but he also wants us to continue on to see if his kids. Jackson's a
Mhm.
part of it. Lila's going to start, and the national games will be in Baltimore, Maryland, and so
Yes.
that's where the Little People of America conference is.
Jackson is very athletic. He
Oh,
is,
yeah.
he loves going to and participating in those sports. He's doing baseball now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And he had a
I
baseball.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Great.
Well, and so someone mentioned, why didn't Zach and Tori show up to your event? And I will say this, and you can elaborate on that. When you planned this event, you planned it for like 6 weeks out. This was not a long-term plan that
Yep.
you guys said, hey, in 6 months as we used to do. We'd
Yeah.
plan a
Oh,
year
we
out.
planned, yeah,
Well, it
yeah.
was more
A
than
year out.
6 weeks, though. It was a few months.
Yeah, it was like 2 months, I
Yeah.
think.
It was
Yeah.
like 2 months, and I wasn't able to participate because I was out of town, but I do know they had other plans already
They
set.
had other plans, but the other thing is too, that was the weekend before the national games. I didn't
Yes.
really think about that date, but it just worked for what we were able to do or something.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I mean, they
So it
just had
wasn't
a lot going on.
intentional. It
No,
wasn't intentional that
no.
they said, "We're
That
not
because it was
coming."
at the farm or Matt and Karen were there or anything.
Yeah.
It was
So
none of
let's
that.
clear
None of
that
that.
up right
Yeah,
now too.
yeah.
Okay.
It was none of
Okay.
that. So,
Yeah. So, okay.
okay, bring
Just
it on,
wanted to
Lisa.
Okay. All right, Chris.
This is
This is for you. In episode 4, Matt invites Chris over to meet his inner circle. They talk about Amy. Amy, how do you feel about
what?
that? What was
Okay.
Chris's motivation? What is your motivation,
What
Chris,
did you
to
talk
be
about,
We did not
Chris?
spend the
good
evening talking
friends?
about Amy. It
No,
came
I
up
didn't
for
say
a
spend
minute.
the evening. I said that you did
It
talk
came
about
up
it.
for a minute. We were, guys, sometimes, it gets around, you're talking about, married life, and that's what, so obviously, when we're talking about married life and I'm talking about my wife, it's going to be Amy, but, I don't feel like I didn't tell any, deep secrets or didn't tell say anything about Amy that Matt didn't already know. So
Oh,
I
brother.
like that.
I know. How am I supposed to take that?
Well,
Well, hopefully you know something that he doesn't know.
About you?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. The only way I would know is to compare
God.
notes, and I'm not
no,
going to do
no,
that.
don't
Thank
do that.
God for
Don't
that.
do that. Oh, that's funny.
brothers.
Yeah, and
Well,
just that,
I will have to say though, like when he gets together with his poker buddies, talking about the wives or girlfriends or whatever, off limits.
Well, joking
Right?
is off limits.
Oh,
We tend to-
joking.
See,
Oh,
because
okay.
guys like to rib each other. We give each other a hard time, and
They're horrible, too.
really, some of the jokes are a little sharp. But we agreed a long time ago that wives and children are off limits. You don't make fun of each other's wife or their kids, but everything else is fair game.
and
Okay,
exes.
I did get
Well,
that.
I
did
like
get
this.
that.
I like this comment from Kim. Chris is so easygoing and social, and I think
He
that
is.
that is your personality. So
He
you're
is.
not going to be like you used the word sharp. You're not going to be sharp or
Wow.
be a certain way. But I did
Usually
like
not.
the fact that you backed up Amy on
Yeah.
something. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But when it comes to down to it, you're still going to back up Amy 100% before you'd agree with Matt. Is that fair to say?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I would like to think that Amy and I have each other's back, and and obviously Matt and Amy have, they've got their own history, and
Yeah.
they've got their
Big
own
history.
things that they go, and but I think I know where you're going with that. There was something that actually came up for real that Matt said, "I'm not happy with your wife right now."
How do you
Yeah.
okay? How do you react to that? That's kind of
Well,
when I
first of
saw
all, I
that,
want
I'm like, whoa.
I'm the type of guy that I know there's always two sides to every story. There just is. Sometimes there's more than two sides. And so when he said that, I just like, well, give me more information. What is it? And so,
What
when
happened?
you told me,
What really happened?
Yeah, what did
well,
happen?
what happened was that Matt thought that Amy had
Oh,
told
yeah.
his guys to move some stuff around that really caused some inconvenience for him, because it was done when it shouldn't have been done. Things were put in an area that shouldn't have been put in an area, and it came and his word, or what he received, was that Amy told him to do that. Now, if Amy had done that, I could have definitely understood why he was upset. That's his place. Those are his guys. He's paying them to do a certain job, and nobody else should be telling it. But, at the point I was like I said, I know there are two sides to every story. So, I listen, and well, I'm anxious to hear what Amy has to say. So,
Right.
and I did, so I didn't immediately agree with Matt, but like I said, I if she had done that, I could see why he'd be upset. But I talked with Amy. I didn't do that, so anyway, it was a misunderstanding.
It was a misunderstanding, but what I hate about a misunderstanding is to jump to conclusions that I would actually do that, knowing I have a lot of history with Matt. I would have never have done that. If I asked or said anything to any of the workers, I would say, you don't do anything unless you ask him first.
Yeah.
He's got the say.
Well, and what it came down to is there's some stuff that needed to be moved. And Amy mentioned, I think it was to Jacob, that at some point this stuff needs to be moved. And so where the miscommunication went was Jacob thought, oh, it needs to be moved now. What Amy was trying to say, check with your dad, and figure out where he wants it and when he wants it.
To find out if it could be moved.
Exactly.
And if it could be moved, where to move it to.
And it was an honest mistake. Jacob just assumed, I'm going to do it right now. And that wasn't the right thing to do.
And it wasn't Jacob's fault either. But
no, it was communication. But I think the overall gist, it was great, Chris, that you just stood up for Amy and said, hey, look, that's just a little bit much. And, Matt is so triggered. And Amy's triggered because of, again,
the two of us are triggered with each other.
Right. That, oh my gosh, and everything turns into this blow up thing instead of something that wouldn't be that big of a deal. But, again, Matt
don't have confidence with him.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Okay. Next.
Okay. Okay. How about a few questions? Let's see if who else questions.
Yeah. Do you have a question anywhere?
Here's one. Betty.
Oh, any tips on working through spousal? Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, you got that too.
Yeah.
That bugs you. Okay. There's a couple that Chris definitely has of me. I don't know. I think it's just a matter of just really, communicating about it, and hopefully just finding ways that you don't feel like you're just changing yourself, but you want to do it or do your best at doing it because it does bother someone more than it bothers you. So to me, it's just really, continue to talk about it and talk about it in a way that, hey, if you don't mind, do this or pick up this or something. I mean, my office, I cleaned it up almost 3/4, and now it's back to, oh my gosh,
it is back
to like, okay, I mean, you got to get back to this and clean it up. Sometimes when I rush out to work, I'll leave my breakfast stuff on the counter. Chris, doesn't like it because I should clean up after myself, but you know how it is sometimes when you work, you just don't have enough time, or sometimes I just won't put things away, or when I'm right there, things like that. But for Chris, I don't know. It's just, I just feel like sometimes he's like really quick to.
It's not quick. It's some stuff sits there for days. It's not quick. So that's why my adjustment. I've learned to not just react right away, but there's a time limit. She goes over it all the time.
If the mold starts growing on the piece of toast you didn't eat, then it's probably needs to be put away.
Now, see, I grew up with, okay, you see a little mold on a piece of bread, you just cut it off and you eat the rest.
Look at Chris.
Well, cheese, sometimes you can do that, but other times you just gotta throw the whole thing away.
Cheese is different.
No, bread and anything else is the same way. But see, I grew up like that, meaning it's still good.
Yeah.
And it might be because my parents grew up during the Depression. And so, and that's my habit. I did it raising my kids. It's like, no, here, it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But
okay.
We forever have stale bread in the refrigerator. Amy keeps their bread in the refrigerator. And she's always,
don't need it
and every time she goes shopping, she buys more bread. So I'll open up the refrigerator door, and there is a brand new loaf on top of another new loaf, and then another loaf that's halfway through. So it's expired like 2 weeks ago.
Put it in the freezer. Don't put it in the fridge.
Let's open one of these fresh loaves that's going to be expiring tomorrow. Oh no, it's still good. So constantly,
wow,
eating
wow,
bread, so good, even though there is fresh bread sitting in there.
See, one bread is like, here's a loaf. This bread is here. So I'm like, well, we're going to get done with that, in a day or two. I'm
No.
thinking.
But
I'm
in the
thinking. So I
In the
get a whole
meantime,
new
the other loaf
and
is
I don't want to
expiring.
keep going back and forth to the grocery store. So
Oh, look at this. I do the same with the bread. Here we go. So you're not the only ones. I
thank
love
you,
that.
Jimmy.
Yes. Same with the oh, someone said feed the birds, Chris.
Oh yeah, maybe
You
we'll
could
get
go
more
out and
birds
feed the
But see, we don't
birds.
do that because being in a backyard, I've seen other
Yes.
backyards. Sometimes they have rats come
Well, oh yeah,
or
and
squirrels.
Hillsborough has and Beaverton does have a huge rat population.
In
so
some certain parts, not in my part.
yes. No,
Because
but
I've gone over to other friends' place
it'll
and I'm like,
attract. If you put bread
that,
out there, it could
and I'm
attract.
like, that does not
Yeah.
look like a squirrel.
Yeah.
They go, oh no, it's a rat. I'm like, what? Ooh, yuck,
They
boo.
are.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Anyway,
So
another good question.
will you be doing more cooking together?
I think we're going to get
As
into
a
that.
matter
yeah.
of fact,
Yeah.
I commented the other day. I shared with Amy one of my quick bachelor meals, and she thought I was a little bit crazy. But anyway, we're going to do one of those, a video,
Yeah.
and I'm going to show a quick and easy thing that I used to do in my single days. That was
You're going to make it like you did then, right?
yeah,
like
a salmon patty, only using tuna fish because that was what I usually had in my during my single days, but a very quick and easy way of doing it. So we're actually going to do that maybe tomorrow night.
And no tater tots, right?
But it
no
may
tater
need
tots.
some improvement on it. So
well, what Amy's going to bring to the table is she is probably going to add some seasoning that's going to make
embellishments.
It taste better. Yes.
Embellishments.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think, well, to your point though, to your question anyway. Yeah, I asked Chris, I said, would you maybe once in a while, just either I come up with something, you be my sous chef or vice versa, or a recipe we want to do together or whatever it may be. So we're going to call it the Amy and Chris cooking. I don't know. Just Amy and Chris cooking together.
Yeah, I love it. Someone said add avocado to that tuna recipe. That sounds good. Tuna and avocado.
And we might, try and make meals that, a lot of people often ask me meals for a family. What's a quick meal? And I always say pasta is king. Rotisserie chicken, absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
But sometimes couples have a hard time making dinner because it's only the two of you. Do you buy in bulk?
I know it's tough.
Or do you buy it, in just the smaller packages and stuff? So I don't know. Maybe we'll just come up with, different things that we like and stuff like that. So
yummy.
We'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do a couple more of the episodes.
Yeah.
I'll kind of skip to episode 9 when you guys get ready for the fundraiser, and Amy and Chris are a little late.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So Amy, what were you doing that caused you to be late?
Well, I think one of the things was I had sent everyone, back home to get everything ready. And I think there were still a few items to still do with decorating and stuff, I think. And then
well, you also told Deb you'd be there at a certain time and she showed up and you weren't.
I know. I was going to get to that.
Okay.
Babe. I was going to get to that.
Are you going to tell them what you were really doing?
What was I doing? I was getting ready.
You took a nap.
Did I really? Did I really?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Chris just spilled the tea. So I'm going to ask you.
Yes, wait a minute. You did. You came back. She was at the farm early and was doing a bunch of stuff. And then she came back to the house and she goes, I just need to lay down for a minute. Well, it was a few minutes.
Well, Chris,
I forgot about that.
Wait a minute now. Okay, so if Amy took a nap, did you take a nap with her because you were later than she was?
Yeah, I was running behind you. I went to the farm 3 times, so I started early too, but the day just didn't go as planned, as smoothly as I thought it would, and so yeah, I was upset with myself for being so far behind.
I think, and you know what? Tell you the truth, I absolutely forgot that I just was so exhausted and so drained that I laid down. And of course, obviously I laid down longer than I had. And I'm like, I said a few words to myself And then I called Deb. I saw, I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to, be a little later than I thought. So if you could just, whatever. And so
Okay,
I
so
still had
she
to get
knew.
ready and, stuff like that. So yeah, I wasn't happy
Well,
with myself because
I'm happy that you did that because people don't know this, but we have done a lot of fundraising events together. And Amy puts her heart and soul into this. And twice we've had fundraisers where Amy got sick.
I
Even
think it
your
was
wedding,
fear,
even your
anxiety, and
wedding.
exhaustion.
That
Yes.
happened on
And
our wedding day
that
too.
happened at your wedding day. So she was feeling it and made a choice to take care of herself
Yeah.
because one time at a fundraiser, she had to go to the ER during the fundraiser and
Yeah.
get IV fluid
I was
just
dehydrated.
to get into just to come back to the fundraiser at the end to thank everybody for showing up.
I
Wow.
was so mad. So
That
mad at
was
that.
so her physical limits, she puts her heart and soul into this and it takes a toll. And it happened at your
Yeah.
wedding too. She went MIA for about an hour and a half because she got sick. And Deb and
I
I
was
were
so
there to
mad.
hold her hand and get her back. And she does
Well, that could have been
rebound.
bad cheese or bad bread too. We don't.
Oh my God.
Chris, slap your face.
Yeah. So again, Melissa says, what's your excuse, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
But again, fundraisers, events, people don't know what goes on behind the scenes. They do because it was being filmed, but people show up, they have a good time, they
Yeah.
contribute to the event itself and donate. So, yeah, your people didn't know that.
No.
And I think
But
there was one other issue with that, and there was something with the drinks didn't get
Oh,
mixed properly at the beginning.
yeah. Well, I put together a card on what the drink mixture was that went into the big canister for the bartender, and but I just assumed that she would know that that was the mixture for the alcohol, and then we had cases of sparkling water that was the
to
mixer
go.
to go with it. She was serving them straight alcohol. And I went, and I noticed it was a while before I noticed that somebody was drinking that. And I went back to her and I said, "Aren't you mixing with sparkling?" She goes, "Oh, I was wondering what all that was doing back there. I was just following the recipe."
she misread the recipe.
My
Well,
gosh.
yeah.
And
Well, I
someone
mean, she
got
read the
pretty
recipe
sick.
for the alcohol mix, but she just wasn't adding spark.
Yeah.
So even after I told her, she was still barely splashing any of the sparkling
And it was
water.
just straight shots.
So it was
No wonder everyone had a good time.
well, some people didn't. It was too
Yeah.
much alcohol too
Someone
soon.
got sick.
Because it was a very
Yeah.
warm day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it actually
Oh.
tasted better with the sparkling water in it too. It was very strong, straight up.
Well, we kind of
Oh,
It was a hit though. People were still grabbing
of
drinks.
course
even
it
though
was
all
a
straight
hit. Of
alcohol.
course.
well we took the recipe from our wedding, didn't we?
Yeah.
Didn't we? Yeah, we kind
Oh.
of made this similar or same drink from
Mhm.
our wedding because we thought it was light, it was refreshing, it was turned
good.
out to be and June can be still iffy here in the Northwest or Portland area. So but it was a warm day and yeah, so
Awesome. Well, and again, at the end, I loved your speech, Amy. You did a great job. Everybody was happy. They all had fun, and it turned out great. And
It did. It was a good day, and yeah, I mean, all the people that I invited commented on what a good time they had, and everyone was so generous. I mean, I was just,
how much do you think you raised?
what did end up coming?
I
out
think
to?
we probably raised about 20
No, it was more than
20K 22.
Well, Matt actually had a buddy that ended up donating 10 at
Yeah.
the end. So
That was very
Wow.
helpful.
yeah, it ended up being like
25.
25.
23 25
I mean,
maybe.
far exceeded our expectations. It was really great.
That's amazing. And
Yeah.
that will help kids with transportation, hotel, food.
Well, what it will do will be definitely to transportation. What people don't understand is, the Little People of America National Conference obviously is held at a big hotel, but then you have to find venues around that hotel to host the games. Then you have to get athletes from the hotel to these games because we have people from all over the country sometimes internationally, coming to the national conference. And to host these games, then we have to find, referees, the space, the equipment, because it's not like all these athletes are, coming with all of this equipment and everything. So
Right,
it's a
right.
very big logistical thing that DAAA does in order to give athletes for all the way from, 4 years old to my age and older to just have that opportunity to play. And so, yeah, so
Yeah,
need to play.
that's good. That's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, after the event, it was kind of like everyone said, "Oh, we're not going to do that again." And then you guys kind of went off and decompressed, and you went out. Where did you go? I saw you.
Where did we go?
Where did you guys go on a little trip? Did
Did
you
we?
go to the
No.
coast, or you were
Oh,
No.
yeah, we did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we took a motorcycle ride, right? Or no?
no,
Okay.
we the beach cabin, Jeff and
Oh,
Jan's beach
yes,
cabin.
yes. Oh my gosh, that was
Yeah,
gorgeous. That
yeah,
was so
Oh,
nice.
yeah. They've got there's a place on the Oregon coast called Tierra del Mar, and it's not really a town; it's just an area.
Like a neighborhood type of
And
thing.
oh,
a couple of my poker buddies have second houses over there and beach houses, and fortunately, one of my good friends has a house right on the beach, and so he let
ooh,
us use it for a couple
Fabulous.
nights, and
Yeah.
it was a great place to decompress.
And then we had
Amy and
a-
I don't get to the coast often enough.
We don't, and I want to go more.
No,
Because I think you get bored. See, I could
I
just
don't. I'm
sit.
more of a mountain person.
See, I could just sit and watch the water. I could
yes.
sit and walk the beach for 2 hours. I would not get bored.
Yeah, I
Oh, could I take the girls
definitely.
trip then to the beach and you stay here or something?
Okay, so it's
Okay.
been a while since we've been to the beach, and she wants to go with a girlfriend.
Well, no, because you just said you get bored.
You said that.
You
Well,
did.
we all went on a beach trip a few years ago. We should organize that again. That was so fun. Remember
was
when we
fun.
did that?
Yeah. We had 4 or 5 couples. 4
Yes, I
couples.
love
Yeah,
that.
that was
That
fun.
was super fun. And I have a beach house maybe that we could, if it sounds like your friend as well has one, but maybe we could look into that again.
Oh yeah,
So
that would be great. I would love to do
Yeah.
that.
let's do that. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
Deb, you guys and us.
Deb,
and
Suzanne. Yeah, fun. Okay, so another question that came through is after you guys both went on your trips and decompressed, you guys had a conversation at the farm, at the campfire. Were there any off-camera conversations that we missed? And are you all BFFs now?
Well, certainly not BFS, but
No.
I like how friendly we are and how easy it is to be around.
We can
each
be
other.
cordial, respectful, and have good conversations.
Yeah, and
I
and
love
since
that.
then, since the filming stopped, Amy and I have been over to Matt's house a couple of times just to,
Oh,
Have we?
yeah, and
Oh, there was a birthday party or something, or wasn't there?
family.
it
what
was
did we have?
more the brainstorming stuff when we went
Okay,
over
we went
there.
to-
Well, but I'm saying
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
were over at the house a couple times, and and we just sat and visited and talked about this and that, and
That was a while ago.
Was it kind of more business like or
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we were there to talk business, but it was still friendly. I mean, Matt gave a tour of the house. We talked about, it's just
I didn't
we
go
still
on that.
laugh and have good
You
conversations
didn't?
when we get together.
No?
I
You're not-
go and just be there, but I don't need to know the details of it. I choose not to. I choose not to.
Okay. And
Yeah.
and again, I think with good thought that those are memories and things you had on the farm that you don't need to
Yep.
know the stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. I
Yep,
hear
yep,
you.
yep.
I hear
So
you.
no, I mean, to people's point, I mean, it's like I mentioned before. I mean, it took me a while, but I still have, reservations, and, I'm sure they do too, but I think as adults, but it all really depends on your situation. You can either have that wall up really high, but who are you really hurting? Because if it's not impacting the other person, you're really hurting yourself. So you just got to learn how to bring it down, bring that wall down a little bit so you can engage and have some conversations that make sense, that's palatable for you, especially when you got kids involved and
Right.
grandkids involved. I don't want to be the one that my kids say, oh, mom's detention or mom's doing this or whatever. I wanted the kids to, have an easier time at least when they invite us to be a part of something
Right.
in
You don't want to be excluded, right? You
yeah,
want to be a
that
part of the family.
Matt and I aren't this, because that's no fun.
No,
No fun
no.
at
And
all.
again, you're both over
Yep.
each other. So why
Yep.
would you keep,
Yep.
that animosity?
Well,
So,
I just, I don't want to hold on to, to whatever I'm holding on in that kind of capacity. So
okay.
yes, we
I
can
get it.
do things together. We can have conversations together, and right? Wouldn't you say?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's a question I saw on social media many times, because it was also mentioned that Matt and Karen were talking about May for their having a wedding
Yeah.
off the farm.
Mhm.
Were you invited? And if you were invited, would you attend?
I don't think we would be invited, and I do not expect for us to be invited, and that's perfectly fine. It's like this is their day, this is their wedding, or whatever they may do or not do now or months from now or who knows.
Yeah, we've already
But
talked to them about it because it's come up several times that we've been around them, and it was pretty much made clear that no, we're not really wanting or expecting an invitation. It's that's their day, and
yeah,
and the kids need to just be there for him and not worried about us watching and that
Yep.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they weren't at your wedding either.
No.
For that same reason, we wanted the
Well,
kids there to, for mom's best wishes and not worry about dad watching. It just
except he was watching on a camera.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Go figure, man. I don't know.
That part was a little interesting.
Yeah.
That didn't
So,
bother me.
Oh, it
yeah.
bothered me. That's
Yeah.
Matt, though. I'm like,
Yeah.
really? What?
Babe, it was being filmed. There are a million people we didn't even know watching.
Oh,
It
but
didn't
that's a
bother me
different
at all.
story.
Yeah, yeah, too funny. Okay, well, let's get on. There were a few more questions.
Yeah, because
Chris,
I
are you?
think it is 6:00. When did we start? 4:30, 5:30?
Yeah. So we'll.
So
Oh, well, let me ask a couple more questions, and then we'll
no,
give our
yeah, definitely a
our
lot more
code.
questions. The one
Yeah.
thing I do want to mention, Lisa, though, too, we really appreciate everyone that showed up for the fundraiser, because obviously without them, we wouldn't have been able to do anything for DLEA. But
Yeah.
also all of you guys, thanks for hanging out much longer than we typically, do our lives and everything. So thank you for that. So Lisa's going to kind of grab a few more questions
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
we want you guys to be a part of this as well.
Yes, I think people are more interested because we're talking about the episodes and
Yes.
kind of what that looks like, and you guys have given some great behind the scenes information, especially
And
the
whatever you
mapping
see online,
and
we're
app.
still together.
Is somebody saying
So,
differently?
Oh God, no.
Huh.
oh,
Are we
so
still
Chris,
together,
are
guys?
you still in real estate? Oh my gosh, guys, save it for later.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
really?
Uh,
Just kidding. Are you still doing real estate, Chris?
I'm trying. It's a tough market here right now. So yes, I'm still a realtor full time, but it's a really tough market. And
It is crazy
right
market.
now in the Portland area, realtors are doing about half the business they were doing a few years ago. So it's real challenging, but I'm still working at it.
Hanging in there, hanging in there.
And then
Great.
I'm a substitute teacher.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes. Yes. So that is amazing. That is amazing that I really admire Amy for just jumping in that I say this to you every
It
time,
was
but
intimidating.
but you did it. You didn't even
Yeah.
like, oh, Lisa, I can't do this. What am I thinking? Oh my gosh. It was just, hey, I went and taught today. And I'm like, you did?
Well, to be honest with everyone, to let everyone know, it wasn't just like, I turned it on and I'm at the school. I went through the training classes that were required for me to do to be a substitute teacher, and also to be able to substitute for special ed. So, I had to take, some classes and pass the test and, stuff like that. So, because Chris
What
knows, I mean,
grades?
I was looking at videos and all sorts of things as to part of that training.
What
So,
grades do you like to teach?
because I'm new at this, I try to go all grades. I haven't been the substitute teacher for 6th or 5th yet, which is okay. I mean, I definitely love the younger years. Probably because, I go back to old school, like how I was taught math and English and all that stuff. But how they show and do certain things now, I'm like, man, I almost got to go back to school. But I am very appreciative. I email all the teachers prior to me being in their class just to say, hey, I'm your substitute teacher. If there's anything that you feel like I should know, your plans or special phrases or, students that, and I really appreciate them emailing me back, because it just gives me a heads up so that when I step in the classroom and I'm there at the school, I can just be a little more prepared. And
Mhm.
so I appreciate all the teachers that have been willing to do that for me. But I like it. Is it hard? Yes. Are some students a challenge? Absolutely. But it's nothing that I don't think, I can't manage, couldn't manage. It just is. I mean, they're
Right.
all in the whole classroom. It's just great. I mean, there's just such a mix of students, and
I
I'm
love it.
enjoying it. I leave
That's
with a
good.
smile on or come back home with a smile on my face. Say, let's do this again.
Yes, yes. I love
Mhm.
this comment from Susan. She said, Amy, at this point, if Little People Big World is over, we're sure you keep doing your cooking videos and lives. At this point, you're like an old friend. I love that,
Oh,
Susan.
that's so nice. And you know
Thank you,
what? Lisa and
Susan.
I love doing the lives, and we plan on doing this, once, twice a month or something like that. And we just appreciate all you guys listening. And I'm trying to work within the schedule that I have to get back to um, putting out some more cooking videos. In fact, I've got a couple more to send in to meet.
Yes. Yeah. Here's a comment. You are so lucky to have found Chris, a wonderful man. My grandmother's 100 years old and she thinks
Gosh,
he is awesome. Ooh, Chris, you have a
what?
fan.
Wow, 100 years old. Oh my
And she loves
goodness.
Chris. I love
Mhm.
it. I love it.
Yeah,
Wow.
Wow. Well,
that's very
um,
sweet.
very sweet. Very sweet. Well, I think it's time to give the code
Yes.
for our
Yes.
giveaway, and we can stay on a
Are
few
you
more.
leaving, babe?
Yes, I'll leave you girls to this final
To
episode.
the end?
Uh,
Wrapping it up? Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
I've been watching the chat questions
Oh,
here on
yeah.
the right, and it's been kind of fun to watch that, and nice to know that there are so many people out there that enjoyed watching us and support my wife here, and
Thank
I want to
you.
thank you all for that. Oh,
very
till
good.
next time.
Thank you,
Chris.
babe.
Bye, bye, Lisa.
Bye, Chris. Thank you for being with us.
Okay, TikTok ended,
Oh,
but isn't he
oh,
great? He's so
yes,
lovely.
he's so
He's wonderful.
lovely.
Yeah.
And we thank everyone for being on here
Mhm.
and just,
We
it's
are
just
definitely a
fun.
little bit longer than
But this is our community and people can jump off if they want to. They don't have to
yeah.
stay on. They can,
Yep.
we're just here. We love doing this. So,
No,
yeah. All right.
I
Is everybody ready for their phrase for the giveaway?
The giveaway, and the
Um,
giveaway is our spring fudge. You guys, it's lovely. It's lemon meringue. Irish
Yes.
cream, chocolate walnut, and carrot cake. I mean, are
Yep.
those not fun flavors?
Okay. Are you ready? Do you have a drum roll, Amy? Perfect. Okay. Everyone, to be a part of this, we want you to type in "we want more LPBW." We want more Little People Big World. Go ahead and put that phrase in the chat. We want more LPBW. And we will let that run a little bit. Amy and I will talk a little bit more, and then we will have 4 lucky winners. All right. I love it.
I'm gonna try and go on live here. with
On the
TikTok.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah, the TikTok ended, and we are gonna
Yeah.
try and incorporate TikTok into this now because
Okay.
IG is on here now too. Did you
I
know
know,
that?
thank goodness.
Thank
Hey,
goodness.
TikTok, live ended early, so I apologize for that. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if I was supposed to do something, but if you were on my live, we're almost about to wrap up. But I wanted you guys to be a part of the giveaway. Amy
Yes.
Roloff Little Kitchen from me and Lisa and I. So you need to type in right now. What is it again?
We want more LPBW.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the code to be a part of the fudge giveaway, which is lemon meringue, Irish cream, chocolate walnut, and carrot cake, is we want more LPBW. We want more LPBW. So type that in, and one of you TikTok right now, because I got back on live, will win, the giveaway. Right,
Yeah.
Lisa? Giveaway? Yeah.
Right. And I
So
think we'll send TLC all these people that say we want more LPBW
oh, yeah,
because
that's true.
a
That's true.
question kept coming up is, are you filming more episodes? And right now you are not.
Well, I think some of us just need a break from it too. And I think if it ever were to come back, or maybe some of us come back or others come back in a different format or way or something like that, I think y'all will enjoy that as well. And so
Or you just keep following us and we do our
yes.
thing
Yes,
here. You
please
can have
keep
your own
following
show.
me. Keep following my cooking videos and our lives and stuff. I will admit I'm probably not the best at doing all of this even after all these years. In fact, I'm going to get together with one of my daughter-in-laws, Isabel, probably. Isabel, how
Oh,
do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do this? How do you do that on social media? So I'm much
you're
better
doing a great
at,
job though. But you're
yeah,
doing a
but the
great job.
reels on IG and just all of this stuff.
Oh, I know. There's a
So,
lot. There's a
yeah.
lot. So
So the code is we want more little or
people.
LPBW to
Yep.
win our spring fudge variety pack.
And again, people are saying they're confused. Was that the last episode? And as of right now,
As of right now, yes.
that was the last
Yes.
episode, season 25. You did an amazing job. Yep.
As
Yep.
of right now, it was.
Yep. So
So
I
there's
also want
nothing in
to,
the works. We're not filming right now, but who knows what may show up later. But like Lisa said, I hope you guys continue to follow me
us.
and follow Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen. Follow
Yeah.
when, join us when we're on live in, things like that.
Yeah.
Because
And
we've
then
got
we
a lot
have,
of exciting things happening. We're going to
yeah.
change up Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen for a minute and, see, where we can keep growing in the same direction, but just a little differently.
Yep, yep. So an update while we're waiting, because there are a lot of people participating today. I love it. And thank you. We're also going to retire the fudge. So if you want fudge, this is the last time we'll be offering fudge.
Yeah.
And that will be up to May 12th for Mother's Day. It's a great way to give gifts for Mother's Day, for
College
graduation,
graduates, people,
birthdays.
yeah.
all of that.
Showers with
So
baby showers, wedding
so this
showers.
is the
Oh,
last time you'll be able to purchase the fudge, and in a minute,
and
we'll
we
put
may
the
bring it
QR
back during
code,
the holidays or something, but I don't
but we
think
don't
we're
know.
gonna. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
Yes. Okay. And then, so that will be the last, right now, that'll be the
Yeah.
last time. And we're going to be retiring our stores. So Amy Rolf's Little Kitchen store. So now's the time between now and the end of May to purchase anything we have on there, buy the fudge. The cookbook is through Amazon, and we'll be marketing the cookbook. You can buy that. We're not retiring that. And we're working on volume 2.
But
So
Lisa, let us let's have us let everyone else know, because the cookbook is on Amazon, people outside of the United States can buy this.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
all
Yes.
of you
Outside.
that are outside of the United States can,
Canada,
yeah,
UK,
buy my
it's
cookbook as
it's
well. So
available. It's available. And what did you say you were going to make tonight? Salisbury steak?
I might make Salisbury steak or pasties. My Michigan
Oh.
pasties. Oops. My Michigan pasties on here. That is a tradition. If you go to Michigan, especially up north, I just passed it here. Oh, brothers. Oh, here we go. See? It says, this might be backwards for you guys. Meat pasties, my Michigan tradition. It's so good.
Awesome. Yep.
And
So
there's
if you have
often
the cookbook,
lots of room, whether on this page or others, that you can, if you don't like onions and you put something else in it, just cross
oh
it
yeah.
out and make a note down here.
Yep.
So it's kind
Yeah.
of like a recipe journal for you as well.
I love it. All right. Well, I think we have our winners ready. Okay.
Woohoo!
Let's, Naveed, do you want to announce who we have? Facebook is
Kristalina Marie Crickle.
Okay.
YouTube is Pamela Maher. Maher.
Okay.
And we'll repeat these.
Yes.
IG is Sandra Hickey.
Okay.
Did you get someone from TikTok, I hope? Okay, TikTok. Christina at Jupiter Juno Beach. Christina, your TikTok thing is Jupiter Juno Beach.
Okay. So
Nope.
if we've
Facebook is Kristalina Marie Crickle. YouTube is Pamela Maher.
Mao.
IG is Sandra Hickey. And TikTok is Christina at Jupiter Juno Beach. Go for it,
Okay.
Lisa.
If we've announced your name, please email me at arlittlekitchen@gmail.com and send me your full name and your address, shipping address, and we will get your fudge sent out to you ASAP. Congratulations to everyone.
I want to
Little
repeat that
Kitchen.
for TikTok, just in case, Lisa, okay?
Yes.
So
ahead.
TikTok, Christina at Jupiter Juno Beach. Send your, email arlittlekitchen@gmail.com and give us your info, your shipping address, where we can send this to you.
Yep. And if you didn't
And
win,
hopefully you're all in the United States, because that's the only place we can send the fudge.
right. But if somebody else, we could look at, if it's somebody outside, I might be able to do something with the cookbook.
Yeah, we
So,
may be able to do something else for you.
yes. So if you didn't win, here's the QR code. Remember, this is the last time we'll be selling fudge. We'll up until May 12th. Congratulations to everyone. Enjoy the fudge. Great for Mother's Day gifts. Again, graduations, birthdays, anniversaries, fun stuff. And look for some new stuff down the road.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, this has been fun. I hope you guys really like some of the questions that Lisa asked myself and Chris and I about the season wrap up, season 25,
It was
um,
amazing.
about the wrap up.
Yeah.
So,
It was an amazing
gosh,
season.
25 seasons.
25.
I can hardly believe it. And
That
you were a
is
part of a lot of it,
a lot of it. Probably
you know?
13 years now, 13
Can
or
you believe
14
that?
years. I know. How did
I
that?
can't even believe that.
I can't
No, I'm
either.
just really grateful that you and Deb were so willing to be a part of it because you guys, y'all may think you want to be on TV, but
There's a lot to it.
there's a lot to it, but it's not everyone is comfortable with a camera, and you don't have to act, you just have to be yourself.
Right.
But think about it like you suddenly are up on stage and you got to give a speech. Well, that's the most terrifying thing for a lot of people. And so a lot of it is just like being on TV, especially a reality show. So
Well, I have to say
just
though,
very
Amy,
appreciative that you both were so willing to do
but
that.
you're such a professional at this
Well, I don't
that
know about
you make
that.
it so comfortable. Oh my gosh. I mean, you just made it so comfortable, so easy. It was
But
just the
I always
girls
give you
get
a heads up, don't I?
well, we have to have a heads up and we have to know what to wear.
Yeah.
We always try to say, what color are you wearing today?
Oh,
What do you
I
do?
know. I
But that was
know.
kind of the sisterhood, the fun of it all,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
getting together and doing
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
I hope in the future we are able to do some fun stuff
Yeah.
again. But if we don't, the three of us, you, Deb, and I, we always have fun
Well,
no matter
we'll do
what.
stuff on my
So
YouTube channel and everything else. So
yes.
I would love it
Yep.
if you guys subscribe to it too. Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen. That's my YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
Little Kitchen isn't going away. Just the
No,
Shopify store
we're just
will
shifting it. We're just
yeah,
changing it up a
we're
little bit.
pivoting. I like the
Yeah.
word pivoting.
Yeah.
So we're
We are
looking for some
pivoting.
other things to do. And again, with the show not being filmed for future at this point,
Yep.
we're just exploring some other things that we can do to stay on and be a part of you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging in
Oh
there.
my
I know
gosh.
we've been on so much longer than we typically do, and sometimes this can be too long for
Yep.
people to see later. But thank you so much for being part of. Thank you,
Yes.
TikTok.
We love you. A little
Yes.
heart emoji and
We have Facebook, IG, YouTube, and all
TikTok.
of the podcasts out
Yep.
there. iHeart, Amazon, Spotify. What else? I can't remember.
TikTok, everything, just hearts.
You know, my fingers are
We'll
short.
be
Is
around.
that good?
Thank you for being our community, being
That's
our
better, right?
village. We love it. We love being a part of this
Is that better?
village.
Can I do that?
Yes. Oh, that's perfect. My microphone's in the way. I can't do it.
Ah!
Woohoo! Mine looks like a pumpkin. All
Anyway,
right.
thank you guys.
And
And always
remember,
remember,
yes,
you matter, have value, and purpose. You're an MVP. And
awesome. Remember
what do
to
you
be
say?
kind, think kind, and stay kind.
All
Thank you
right.
for watching. Amy, I love you. We'll
Love you too,
see
girlfriend.
you. All right. Talk
We'll
to you
see you
all
later.
later. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye-bye, you guys.
Bye.